Susan Wojcicki, former YouTube CEO and Silicon Valley visionary, dies at 56. Susan Wojcicki, a Silicon Valley visionary who helped shape Google and YouTube, died Friday after a 2-year battle with non-small cell lung cancer, according to her husband. She was 56. Susan was not just my best friend and partner in life, but a brilliant mind, a loving mother, and a dear friend to many. Her husband, Dennis Troper, wrote in a Facebook post, "Her impact on our family and the world was immeasurable." Wojcicki, born in Santa Clara, California, grew up on Stanford University's campus, where her father was a physicist. There, she developed a passion for innovation and making a difference in the world. Her 2 younger sisters, Anne and Janet, also went on to become powerhouses in their own respective fields. In 1998, Wojcicki rented her garage to Larry Page and Sergey Brin, a pair of Stanford grad students on the cusp of building the search giant Google. Wojcicki quickly saw the company's potential and left her job at Intel to become Google's first marketing manager. In the years to follow, she quickly moved up the ranks, having a hand at growing the platform's consumer products and building its advertising business. Later, Wojcicki played a major role in Google's purchase of YouTube in 2006 when it was just a small startup. She was appointed YouTube's CEO in 2014 and led its explosive growth over the past decade. She also oversaw the platform as it grappled with hate speech, misinformation, and inappropriate content. In 2023, Wojcicki announced she would step down from her role to start a new chapter focused on my family, health, and personal projects. "I took on each challenge that came my way because it had a mission that benefited so many people's lives around the world, finding information, telling stories, and supporting creators, artists, and small businesses. I'm so proud of everything we've achieved. It's been exhilarating, meaningful, and all-consuming," she said in a blog post. Aside from growing 2 tech behemoths, Wojcicki also devoted herself to improving the workplace for women and parents. At Google, she was the first to take parental leave and continued to advocate for such policies in the workforce. On Saturday, Google CEO Sundar Pichai said Wojcicki will be remembered for how she always put others first. "I'll never forget her kindness to me as a prospective Noogler 20 years ago. During my Google interview, she took me out for an ice cream and a walk around campus. I was sold on Google and Susan," he said in a statement. Wojcicki was also known for her compelling graduation speech at Johns Hopkins University in 2014. There, she reflected on her career and the nature of opportunities. "Rarely are opportunities presented to you in the perfect way, in a nice little box with a yellow bow on top," she said. "Opportunities, the good ones, they're messy and confusing and hard to recognize. They're risky. They challenge you." Silicon Valley community and YouTube creators mourn a tech pioneer. On Saturday, the head of YouTube, Neil Mohan, who assumed the role after Wojcicki, wrote on X that YouTube lost a teammate, mentor, and friend. "I am forever grateful for her friendship and guidance. I will miss her tremendously. My heart goes out to her family and loved ones." Apple CEO Tim Cook also mourned Wojcicki's passing. "She was one of Silicon Valley's visionaries and she will be missed by so many. May she rest in peace," he wrote on X. Mark Benioff, CEO and co-founder of Salesforce, described Wojcicki, who was on Salesforce's board, as a trailblazer and an example of great leadership. "She had a remarkable ability to lead with grace and vision, lighting up every interaction with her wisdom and warmth. Her kind heart, wise counsel, and philanthropic spirit touched countless lives," he said on X. Outside of Silicon Valley, John and Hank Green, both authors and popular YouTubers, shared their condolences. "People feel like the structure of the world is inevitable, but it is built by people, and what y'all built under Susan's quiet leadership in a ridiculously complex environment is extremely special and head and shoulders above what others created. I'm so sad to have lost her," Hank Green wrote on X. John Green said, "She was very quietly the single biggest donor to our project supporting maternal health in Sierra Leone. She never once asked for credit or attention for her gifts, just privately supported our project and many others. An exceptional leader and person." In her final moments, eyes fluttered open one last time. Her gaze was distant, as if she was seeing something far beyond the walls of her office. A shiver ran through her body as she struggled to speak, her voice a raspy whisper. "It's watching. Always watching. I thought I could control it, but it's too late now." She drew a shaky breath, her lips trembling as she forced out her last words. "Don't let it out. Whatever you do, don't let it escape." With that, her breath hitched and the room fell silent, leaving behind an air of dread that seemed to linger long after she was gone.